Tell me something. You can go anywhere. Another timeline. Another universe. So why do you want to stay and fight to save this one?
Because this is the world where my mom lives.
Hey guys, welcome back to Movie Reviews. Today I'm reviewing the, well, not so newly released movie, The Flash, part of the DCEU, starring as Barry Allen, aka The Flash. We have Ezra Miller, who has done quite a few criminal activities lately. We have as two kinds of Batman. We have Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton as Batman, and we have as Supergirl, we have Sasha Calle, and we have some other people in there. So, The Flash, let's get into the plot. Spoiler warning, just up front, you know, if you haven't seen the movie, if you really still can see the movie and want to see it, go watch it. I'll see you later. Now, you've been warned. Now let's get into the plot. So this movie, it starts off with Barry trying to live his life as the Flash, and also as Barry Allen, trying to just live his life, and also he's trying to basically prove his father's innocence in the murder of his mother when he was a child. His mother was murdered by someone, and his father was blamed to it, and there's evidence that shows that his father didn't do it, but you know, up to this point the evidence has been circumstantial, so he's trying to get better evidence to prove it. So he's trying to like get his life just he's trying to just, you know, try to live a good life and also be the Flash at the same time. And all in all, he's just not that happy overall, and he just really wishes that his mom wasn't murdered and that his father wasn't in jail because of it, and that just, you know, he wishes he grew up in a stable family. But you know, this just isn't how it is. And one day when he's really upset and he runs super fast, he runs so fast that he's able to somewhat time travel. He stops immediately, then he goes to his friend Batman, played by Ben Affleck, and he says that Flash, he thinks, you know, maybe he can go back in time and change things so that his family wouldn't be ruined. And, you know, Batman says no, that he shouldn't do this just due to the fact that, you know, if he were to do this, who knows what could happen.
I could fix things.
You could also destroy everything.
But Flash doesn't listen, and he goes back anyway, and he changes something that he doesn't think would change that much, besides, you know, proving his dad being innocent and everything. So he does this, and he comes back, and he sees that, yes, it did work, that his family is now stable and everything, but things are a bit different, you know, with everything. Since he, you know, his whole life he now has a stable family, as to oppose that at first he didn't in his original timeline. So he meets and he actually finds out that he isn't back originally where he's supposed to be. He is actually a little bit in the past with, because he finds a younger version of himself, and yeah. His younger version of himself is a lot different than Barry himself. His younger version is quite a bit more just weird and just kind of goofy and, you know, risk-taking. He's in his college years, so that's kind of what people do, at least some people.
It's my face. You stole my face.
So, yeah, you know, he's just not a very well taken care of person. And so Barry, he sees that his younger self doesn't have powers. So Barry, he goes to the lab where he got his powers, which is where he which is when lightning struck through a window, hit a bunch of chemicals, and he got hit with the chemicals, and he was able to get super speed powers. So his younger self is able, they replicate this, his younger self gets powers, but in the process, original Barry, he loses his powers. So now we have young crazy Barry who has powers, and older mature Barry who doesn't have powers. And yeah, it's just not good. But meanwhile, as this is happening, Emperor Zod, or not Emperor, General Zod invades, or is about to invade the planet, and unfortunately in this timeline I should say, there's no Justice League, there's no Superman, there's no Wonder Woman, there is no Aquaman, and now we just got the Flash. So now both Barrys that go out trying to find any members of the Justice League to defend the Earth against General Zod. So they go to Wayne Manor, and they meet a very much older Batman who is played by Michael Keaton.
Oh. You are?
Yeah. I'm Batman.
This is the Batman from the original 1989 Batman movie.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
Who's old and retired, who barely, he's not Batman anymore, he's retired. Gotham has been safe for years, so he really hasn't had a need to be Batman. But seeing that the world's in danger, he teams up with both Barrys, and they also go to Russia to save who they think is Superman, a Kryptonian that crash landed on Earth. They save the Kryptonian, and they find out that this is not Superman. This is Supergirl, aka Kara, who is Clark Kent's, well, the Kryptonian who is named Clark Kent's older cousin.
What's the play? Batman, what do we do?
We try not to die.
It's not Clark.
My name is Kara.
I'm Barry. We're Barry.
She landed on Earth, and yeah. So the four of them, they agree to team up to defend the Earth, and also OG Flash, he gets his powers back due to getting struck by lightning again. And yeah, so the four of them, they set out to fight Zod. Unfortunately, the foursome, they really aren't that good. They get their butts handed to them. Both Kara and Bruce Wayne, they both die, and both Flashes, they both realize this, and young Flash, he gets so mad that he runs so fast that he attempts to try to go back in time to change this, and both Flash and when this doesn't work, he keeps doing it. He goes back further and further in time, trying to just change the outcome of this fight, but nothing happens. The outcome is always the same, that they keep losing and Zod always wins. So older Flash, he realizes that no matter what, they can't win this fight, and that the only option is to basically undo what he originally did, and basically make it so that his mother does get murdered and his father is blamed for it, and basically put time back how it was. But younger Flash, he doesn't want this to happen, because he still has hope that there's some way he can do it, that he can change things. But old Flash and young Flash, they fight, and they are interrupted by a dark figure who turns out to be the young Flash, who's been continuously trying to change time forever, and all their time messing around with timelines and everything, it's causing entire timelines and worlds to just crash and collide.
This is not good. Worlds are colliding. George is getting upset.
And almost the entire multiverse is just falling apart. And I mean, there's so many callbacks to other DC projects. You know, we have the original Superman. We even see Nicolas Cage's Superman movie that never happened.
Oh no! Not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!
And we also just see just so much, and the original Batman, and just so many like callbacks to other DC media. But finally, young Barry, he sacrifices himself so older Barry can go back in time and undo what he originally did. Barry, he goes back in time to undo what he did, but he changes things a tiny bit so that basically his dad, there's a little bit of evidence that proves that his dad is innocent. So he goes back and everything appears to be as it seems. His dad actually goes to court to try to appeal his case, and with the evidence that Barry changed, we can now see that yes, that his father is indeed innocent for the murder of his mom, and he is released. So now Barry is happy he was able to change things a little bit, and Bruce Wayne, Batman, calls him to congratulate him, and Bruce, he drives up right to the courthouse where Barry is, and Barry notices, and we notice, that Bruce Wayne does not look the same. He is not Ben Affleck anymore. He is now played by George Clooney. George Clooney, who played Batman in that one movie. I think it was like Batman Robin, I believe. And yeah, that's when the movie ends right there. So yeah, all in all, I have to say this movie, despite the fact that currently in the box office it's actually tanking, it's a huge major flop, I enjoy this movie. It wasn't that bad of a movie. Ezra Miller, despite what we know of him, that he is a criminal, I think it's safe to say, he plays a very good Flash. He did pretty good. Michael Keaton did really good back as Batman. And just, all the characters, all the actors, they did really good with the movie. And all in all, like, this movie was fairly good. I enjoyed it. It wasn't that bad of a superhero movie. And, yeah. We'll see what happens with James Gunn's DCU with, a flop. But, yeah, so what's the next movie we're going to be reviewing? It's not a superhero movie at all. It's technically somewhat of a documentary. It's by Christopher Nolan. So, here's a trailer.
That's happening, isn't it?
The world will remember this day.
Our work here will ensure a peace mankind has never seen.
Until somebody builds a bigger one.
You are the man who gave them the power to destroy themselves. And the world is not prepared.
7, 6, 5.
Yeah, next movie is Oppenheimer, directed and produced by Christopher Nolan, starring Cillian Murphy, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. We have Christopher Nolan and nuclear weapons. What could go wrong, But, yeah, if y'all like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and tell me, what did you think of The Flash? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you not even watch it? And if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.
It's over.
Can't get back. There might not be a future.